What's up everyone, and welcome each and every one of you to the first segment of the Metal Detector. Now for all the newcomers out there, this is a new segment wherein we try and focus to bring light to all the bands which are underrated, which might not get the publicity what they deserve, and more importantly, have some kick-ass metal to offer. Now the first band in our list is Metallica. Sorry about that guys, that was the list of bands which we never need to discuss about ever again. Now the first band what I want to talk to you guys about is one of the death metal legends in the field. I am talking of course about Thanatos. Now what you heard there was a small excerpt from their newest album, Violent Death Rituals. Now this is a band which has been around since 1984 and technically are the oldest death metal bands from the Netherlands. Now when it comes to their music, it's kind of this blend between thrash and death metal, kind of reminds you of the earlier Bay Area thrash metal. Now for anyone who starts playing the record, the most obvious thing is the factors of the guitar riffing. The guitars have always been in such a way that they complement each other, and there's always that dueling which kind of goes on in a lot of guitar solos. Now from a musical standpoint, they might not be breaking a lot of boundaries, but when it comes to old school death metal, these guys have that feel to it wherein you feel like visiting them over and over again. Now I'm pretty sure if any of you guys go and listen to their albums, it'll be on repeat for quite a while. Another aspect why I love the band is the fact that it's not just a wall of sound which is always hitting you. There are a lot of dynamics, there is pacing, and that whole feel and rhythm to the song is actually there, unlike a lot of death metal bands which kind of just start with brutality and end with it as well. Now this band is a must listen to any of you guys who enjoy, say, Cannibal Corpse, Death, Autopsy, Obituary, and any of those old school death metal stuff. Now let's talk about the second band on my list, Nyrst. And bear with me, I don't talk Icelandic, and yeah, I might be butchering a lot of these things, so please check down in the comments below for all the links which I'm talking about. And this band in particular is quite in contrast to Thanatos, what we just spoke about. While Thanatos is one of these old school giants which have been around from the beginning of death metal, Nyrst is one of these newcomers which is sure to blow you away. Now Nyrst was technically founded in 2013. Now between 2013 and 2016 they were called Thanatos. Now these guys have just one full-length album which is released, and it was released quite recently. This is the album titled Osrock. Well, if I had to describe this album in one word, haunting. So Nyrst is technically your black metal blended with a lot of atmospheric elements and kind of a few ambience thrown here and there as well. And hold on. It's not that the atmospheric elements take over in such a way wherein the whole pure black metal-esque riffs are not there. It's still black metal, the atmosphere and everything is just kind of added layers to it. When I'm hearing this band, it almost seems like I'm actually hearing a movie soundtrack. Like you can figure out the transitions, the change of storyline. There's quite a lot of layers to it when you start listening to it. It's an album which you kind of need to pay a lot of attention to because there are these smaller elements which add so well. To describe this band perfectly for a black metal enthusiast, there's just one way of putting it. You are gonna feel the icy chills, as if you're lost in the land of ice and snow. Wait, ice and snow is the same thing, right? Now the band has perfectly placed harmonies and kind of engages the listeners every single time that you listen to them. Also, when it comes to the length of the songs, there are quite a few, and I think there's one in particular which is around 10 minutes long. But this is a band that you don't necessarily feel that it's dragging in any place. No matter how many times you listen to them, you kind of get lost in the whole feel of it, and yeah, you would love listening to these guys. Now, as these guys are still new to the scene, I really feel that this is a band that you guys need to look out for in the near future. This is one of the bands whose future is really bright, or really icy, considering that they're a black metal band. Okay, that's my last icy related joke or whatever it's supposed to be. So, for all of you guys who enjoy listening to bands like Immortal, Abbott, Borknagar, this is the band for you. And with that, we come to the end of our first ever episode of the Metal Detector. Now, if there's a band that you guys would want us to check out, let us know in the comments down below. Just give us a link to any of their albums and we'll do the rest. If it's the first time that you're coming across our channels, we have a lot of videos with regard to gear, experiments, original content, and yeah, hopefully a few funny ones that you might laugh at. So make sure you hit the subscribe button with the bell icon, give our content a like, and share it with your friends. Now let us know in the comments down below if these are bands that you've been listening to for quite a while, or these have actually been bands which you guys will check out. This is TUGGtv signing off, and as always, stay metal.